So there is a MAID ad. For those of you who don't know, MAID is pretty much government-assisted suicide in Canada. So where you go and they decide, hey, yeah, maybe instead of us fixing your medical problem, we'll just help you off yourself. Well, there was a recent commercial that came out, and it's all white people.
Ah, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I always yell about MAID on this show, but yeah, it's horrible. They are getting rid of our young people because they are depressed by the economy. They have small medical issues, anything from mild blindness to diabetes to seasonal depression. They will just offer you MAID. So yeah, now there's an actual running commercial, and it's mostly white people that end up falling in this trap of MAID, and it's now advertised to white people. It is honestly horrifying.
I've heard that like there's been some circumstances where people were also too poor, like they couldn't afford rent and all that other stuff. Is there any truth to that, or is that maybe propaganda?
I think like you can say that would lead to somebody's seasonal depression, right? So like, I mean, we're not that
Right, it's
far
like
off
a
from
chain
that
link
happening.
reaction.
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is the ad here.
Breaths are sacred. When I imagine my final days, I see bubbles. I see the ocean. I see music. Even now, as I seek help to end my life, there is still so much beauty. You just have to be brave enough to see it.
What the
It's
fuck
so
was that?
fucked up.
Canada is
That's
messed
insane.
up. I'm telling you, it's so gross and angering. I'm telling you.
That is glorifying it.
That is the most
Yes.
dystopian thing I've ever seen in my entire fucking life. That was disturbing to see. The fact that she's over here saying like, look at all these beautiful things. By the way, I'm going to fucking kill myself.
Right.
Like, that is unreal to me.
Are you brave enough to take the next step? I like that tagline. That's terrifying.
Yeah, right?
Yeah,
Are
let's
you
just
brave?
fucking commercialize suicide. Fucking freaks. Fucking fuck.
And glorify it. Like, look how beautiful that was. Looked fun and very pretty, and
It looked like an aquarium ad.
it
Like,
did.
yes, you want to enjoy your life. There's beauty everywhere, and then there's just a fucking penguin.
Wow. I am amazed that that's a real thing. Like, that seems like something out of RoboCop or the
I mean, the
Terminator.
plot to reduce the world's population is real.
We're already in like in like the developed world. We're already in a situation where elderly people are outnumbering younger people, and children are not being born, and then they're glorifying suicide. On what fucking planet? Do you know what we need to just fucking sort everyone out? Fucking, you say you've got this mental health issue, fucking shut up, get a job. Oh, you've got this fucking made up fucking problem, shut up, get a job. You're planning on not ever having children, shut up and have some kids. Like, we're getting to a point of stupidity on this fucking planet now, where people are such fucking wet lettuces that nothing gets done, nothing gets sorted. We've got all of these fucking big problems and no one fucking does anything about it, and then we're glorifying fucking suicide. What the fuck?
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Amen.
And the implications behind this are massive because this is a publicly aired advertisement that anybody of any age could see. So imagine being like a depressed 11-year-old or 12-year-old and being like, I can just fuck up my life because in a couple of years I can kill myself. That is horrific.
That's terrible. Do you know when people are in a situation that bad,
People
that
need
they
to be
feel that bad,
protected.
they need to be looked after. You need to bloody help
Yes.
them and get them to a state of functioning again, not just let them give up and commercialize it whilst you're at it. How much are they charging for that service?
It's
Disgusting.
yeah.
No,
so
it's time
there's-
for 1950s dad to come back. That's why everyone always says I'm too harsh. No, there's a reason why. Enough. I don't want to hear any more emotion shit. It's like, do this, this, and this, and shut the fuck up. I'm done with it.
That's
Because
very
you have to. All we keep doing is emotion and emotion and emotion
Yeah.
gets
There's
us in
being
this
gentle.
cyclical pattern of going nowhere.
There's being gentle,
Constantly.
and there's giving people help that they need.
Mm-hmm.
But at what they have crossed, there's a line that should never have been crossed.
Yes.
And that has crossed that line. We should be getting people healthy again so that they can function and exist. and not feel that bad. There are problems that we have with our whole entire economies and the way that countries are run that are more important to be focusing on fixing that to help with people's bloody mental health than offering people an easy legal way out.
You guys remember
And
the death pods? Was that in Canada too? They were trying to get that death pod. You remember that? Does anyone know what I'm talking about?
I
I've seen it cycle in Canada. I don't think we officially had anything that was like super pushed, but
That
yeah.
one's really terrifying. Yeah.
Just to like, because obviously, look, I from time to time MAID is a joke, right? It's like a punchline for people on the internet. I get it, right? Like we all make jokes about everything. I'm fine with that. I just want to stress how real this issue is. It's not just, oh, Canadians are like, ha ha, your government wants to off you. There's a woman who got a certain thing during the 2020 era, became paralyzed, and the government is currently trying to encourage her to do MAID, and she's saying no. So the government has coerced her into doing this. It ruined her life, and now they're saying, oh, we ruined your life. Great. Now you should off yourself. That's how messed up it is. We have people that are in their 20s. There was a man who I want to say he's either 22 or 27. It's two different guys. But one of them had diabetes and partial like sight loss. He was in Ontario. They originally rejected it. He then came to British Columbia. And the doctor in British Columbia, when he was isolated from his family, said, yeah, sure, we'll do it. There's actually a doctor in British Columbia that like maniacally giggles about this stuff and is like a supervillain and enjoys it. And then there was another gentleman who's super young who just had seasonal depression. And they're like, okay, sure, we'll approve it. So it's actually really depressing. Truly.
Well, right, it is, because all of this is like pushed as mercy, but what people need is help. This whole mercy angle, and even the way that they marketed it in the trailer is sickening.
I don't know how you can watch that and not legitimately feel
uncomfortable.
Yeah, Kate, that's airing on TV in Canada. Have you seen that commercial?
I haven't seen it on television yet, but I've seen it on social media everywhere. It's being pushed like through our algorithms a lot in Canada. So
that's actually
a lot
old,
of people
actually,
I know are seeing it too. What's that, Phoenix?
I thought that was old. I remember seeing that like a year ago.
It's cropping up in a lot of Canadian feeds right now. That's all I can say. I know a lot of people who have mentioned that ad to me in my personal life. It's actually radicalizing people that I know that are leftist. And they're like, oh, whoa, what? This is actually happening? It's like, yeah.
The problem is with something that's
scary.
assisted like that, like sometimes like you have people that go to take their own lives and then they fail. And then some of those people, I don't know any of the statistics. I've never looked into this before or anything like that, but I have seen that you do get some people that have made attempts on their own lives and then go on to live a full life afterwards. If
Watch
this
the
is
bridge.
assisted, you can't, there's no coming back from that. If you've got someone else in control of it, this isn't like flipping Swiss assisted euthanasia for someone who's 95 and in incredible pain and dying of cancer and who's super elderly. If this is young people that you can't come back from that. I don't understand, like, on what planet? Whoever thought that was something, first of all, a service to give, and secondly, something to advertise on. What is that on national TV?
The fact that it's made at all, period, is insane to me.
Right.
I am shocked by that. Okay, I got a couple things here that I am. You know, Vera, you were talking about this idea of population control, right?
Yeah.
How much do you think it costs to end your life with MAID?
Way less than keeping you alive with food stamps and shit.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's about $300.
Yep.
That's
$300.
nothing.
Exactly. Way easier just to get the problem out the door. Let's minimize the cost. Dead people don't cost any money, y'all. Just letting you know that, right? This is probably the most disturbing thing that I've read today, and this is nuts. In 2023, this is 3 years ago. And I don't have the data up until now. What do you think the percentage of all deaths in Canada were that were accounted for using medically assisted dying? MAID? What percentage? Kay, do you know
Of,
this year?
of total deaths was that.
Honestly, I don't even know because it scares me to know that because it's very close to home.
If it's
So
more
yeah,
than
I'm
0.5,
curious to
that's
know, but
terrifying.
it's I don't know. No.
Phoenix?
Uh,
It's almost 10 times that.
well,
It's-
okay, yeah, I was going
this
to say
is-
like 7 or something like that.
1 in every 20 people who die
Wow.
in Canada
Oh boy.
is through medically assisted suicide.
If that's accurate, that is terrifying.
That's according to Canada. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
government of Canada.
Oh, good Lord. Okay.
Gosh.
Like that tells you everything you need to know right there. That is unreal.
So that's 5% of all deaths, then. So 5% of all.
I wonder, like we have those hurt yourself hotlines. I'm staying away from the word. That if you want to hurt yourself, you can call and they help you get out of it. I guess they give you a pamphlet and say, actually, well, this can help you go through with it.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
So first of all, they've. Oh, no, I'm not going to say that.
I mean, Canada's literally going to erase themselves. They're not even
Well, I
going to
mean-
be able to run their own country at this point.
On
We're not
top
gonna
of
have a
that,
culture either.
we're also flooding in people from India,
Yeah.
right? Like we're flooding in migrants. They're like people cannot get jobs in Canada. It's a very scary reality here, and people are just depressed from the economy alone. So, how many young people are going to see ads like this or be encouraged by their doctors to go and do this to solve a problem that they have? It's very scary. It is.
They're trying to quote unquote solve a problem by raising another.
And like our medical system, like I know a lot of people praise the Canadian medical system, which I have a lot of problems with because, oh, well, it's free. And it's like, it's not free. First of all, we do end up paying for stuff. Actually, we have way longer wait times. People sit in hospitals for like days at a time, probably. I've seen like 12 to 18-hour wait times easily. It's very
Wait list
hard
for
to find
big
a doctor.
procedures.
And then they delay it. I had a procedure in 2010 and they told me it was life-threatening and I had to wait 6 months to get mine. I'm fine, obviously, but they were like, oh yeah, if we waited like after I got the surgery, if we had waited slightly longer, you might have been in like a way worse position. I was like, thanks. So it's like, it's insane here. And so it's a lot easier for them rather than getting all these doctors trained up and actually fixing the medical system to just say, hey, instead of us trying to solve the health problems in this country, why don't we just reduce the population? That's ultimately what this is.
What's incredibly frustrating is that a lot of the really severe mental health issues that people have got at the moment would be solved if they did not have so much pressure on them, which is completely external, that they have no control over. If people's money went further, like for example, I'll go to the supermarket and buy a day's worth of food at the moment. It's costing like 35 odd quid, sometimes even more, just to get food for the day. And you've got people that are a lot worse off than me who shouldn't be worse off. In this country in particular, the class that suffers more than anyone else is the working class, and we're the ones who don't have a decent enough minimum wage. We're the ones that are having to pay out more for things like for example, I had a situation before I started homeschooling my children. I had a situation where the school called me and told me that my biggest boy had like 6 pumps of his asthma inhaler. So I went and got him, and he was actually having an active asthma attack, not like a really severe one. But I went to my local doctor's surgery, which was like 5 minutes away from the school. No, sorry, if you wanted an appointment for him, you needed to call this morning. Oh yeah, well, this morning he wasn't having an asthma attack. I had to drive him 45 minutes to the local hospital and wait our damn turn. He was having an asthma attack, and then he ended up putting him on a nebulizer. So that sort of thing is depressing. The fact that I don't bother calling the doctor's surgery, even though there's things that I really should be going to the doctors about, but what's the point? I won't get an appointment. Or like, for example, how many people can afford to flipping take a holiday or a vacation? Sorry. How many people can have a vacation? No, your money, you can't bloody afford to take one. In America, you don't get holidays. At least in England, every person is entitled, if they're on PAYE, as in they're fully employed, they get 4 weeks of holiday as standard as minimum per annum. I think in America you don't even get that. Like, how about you sort out our working conditions? How about you sort out the economy? Start making better decisions. Stop paying out for dumb stuff. Like, I know Elon came in and was doing the Doge stuff and getting rid of stuff like the flipping toilet cleaner in Yellowstone National Park and stuff like that. But there is, like, for example, in this country, we've got a really big problem with quangos and unelected official bodies that are taking millions and millions and millions of pounds every single year. But those millions of pounds could be going into fixing the NHS or fixing our policing system. Like, again, the police over here, there's no point calling the police anything. They're not going to fucking do anything. Like, they sort out the country and you'll find that the mental health will improve with it. Why are they wasting money on helping people to take their own lives? At what point is it making any kind of sense for a young person to be took out of the equation? Disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm shocked by this, and this was not on our run sheet today, and I'm glad it started with a super chat. But that's what a disturbing trend happening in Canada right there.